A chill crept down my spine. I didn't like the way Melanie seemed so excited, so obsessed. I nearly jumped as she stopped pacing and turned to me, a huge grin on her face.
We'll show Dr. Thompson that's what we'll do. We can keep taking samples here, in the lab. Figure out what's going on. It could change the world, Ryan. Don't you see? It could change everything we've known about life itself.
I got up and, slowly, backed towards the door. I think I'm gonna go. I have class early tomorrow.
No, stay. We have so much to talk about.
I grabbed the doorknob and ran out. I expected her to follow me, maybe even chase me down, inject me with horse tranquilizer, and start experimenting on me. But she didn't. When I turned around, the hallway was completely empty. Every cell in my body dead. I've been visiting random doctors, conducting random tests, covering my tracks by using a different doctor each test. But everything has come up the same, from cheek cells to skin cells to blood. Everything in my body is dead. It doesn't make sense. My organs are working. My kidneys are still filtering my blood. My eyes are still able to see. My muscles contract and extend as I move around. Yet, no matter what tests I run, biopsies, samples, blood, I don't find a single living cell in my body. I've been avoiding Melanie, but she was my grocery delivery. Melanie, I started. I'm in the middle of. She pushed past me, into my apartment.
I have to tell you something, please. Just sit.
She looked upset, no longer excited and fascinated by me, but disturbed. I finally sat down. My heart began to pound.
I sent your blood sample to the lab.
She breathed, finally sitting down across from me.
They do really in-depth analysis. And I thought it'd be a good thing that it would shed light on everything. But...
Her voice wavered. She looked like she was about to cry. What's wrong?
They didn't just look at your cells. They looked at the molecular makeup of them. The proteins, the molecules, the atoms, the elements, that sort of thing.
She said, her voice shaking again.
And it's all wrong, Ryan. It's not any of the molecules you'd see in a normal human cell.
What do you mean?
It's dirt.
She said, her voice shaking.
Dirt and mud and clay. When they ran the mass spectrometer and analyzed the molecular makeup of your cells, it matched the profile of dirt, not organic molecules you'd find in the human cell.
What? What do you mean?
It's dirt.
She said, her voice shaking.
Dirt, mud, and clay. When they ran the mass spectrometer and analyzed the molecular makeup of your cells, it matched the profile of dirt, not organic molecules you'd find in a human body.
What? That's the most ridiculous thing ever.
Have you ever heard of golem?
She asked, her voice a high-pitched scream now.
A golem, the word sunk into me. Right? The being in Jewish folklore, made of dirt or clay or other inanimate substance, animated by God or some other being. Anthropomorphic, but never human, animated, but never alive.
You're not saying. I shook my head. That's crazy. I can't.
6 months ago,
she said, pulling out her phone.
You, Ryan Benson, died of a seizure. Look at the photo. You can't tell me that doesn't look exactly like you.
I looked at the article. All the blood drained out my face. There was a photo of me. An obituary. In loving memory. My head swam. I felt weak. Every muscle in my body felt it had seized up. I don't.
Someone couldn't bear to lose you,
she said, putting her phone back down on the table.
And this is the way they decided to cope.
I stared down at my hands, at my skin, made of mud, made of clay, animated, but never alive.